Today we have the brand new update from Google, which allows you to build apps ridiculously easy. You don't even need a brain to be able to use this bad boy. I'll show you exactly how it works. But essentially, you can see here, I've got this photo editing app that I literally just built in like one click. It's incredibly easy, and this is all for free, right? Using AI Studio. Now, the amazing thing about this is it also uses AI inside the apps that you build. So you can see, for example, here we're using Google's Nano Banana image editing app, right? So we're not just creating images, we're actually editing them using this process. You basically create like your own version of Photoshop almost using the process that I'm about to show you today. It is absolutely wild what you can do here. And I'm also going to give you 50 different prompts that you can use along with this side by side so that you can start using this too. Now, if you want to see exactly how it works, let me show you how to do this. But first of all, I want to show you that it does actually work, right? So for example, if we duplicate this and we'll just refresh the page like so, I'm going to go to AI Studio, like you can see here. And then we've got the code assistant. So this is where we can actually build out the code over here if we want to add new features, for example, add a reset button, that sort of stuff. And then over here, we can insert our image. So if we click on here, then we're going to upload the thumbnail from today, for example. Then we're going to say, okay, make the background yellow, right? And you can use this as a free editing app using Nano Banana's API. And then we're going to scroll down here and we've got the original image. So this is taking the image from the image that I've uploaded here. And then you can see full screen. We've got the example here. By the way, if you want to zoom in, zoom out, you can press Command and plus or Command and minus. If you want to reset, press Command and 0. And then from here, you can start using this to edit your photos, right? So you see here, we've got the original image. We described our edits. It used the original image over here, and then it used Nano Banana, Google's Nano Banana API. I haven't paid for this, completely free, to build out this app that actually works. It's insane. Now, if you want to learn exactly how to use this stuff, we've actually got tons of training like you see inside the AI Money Lab. Link in the comments description. And then from here, you can see the video notes. And we also have some other automations that you can actually do where it's like one click sort of image editing and image creation, along with 50 different image generation ideas with prompts that you can use to generate this stuff, right? So for example, here, I could take this prompt like so. We can go back over to AI Studio. Some people are going to say this isn't new, but actually Nano Banana's API only came out when? Like last week, right? About 7 or 8 days ago. So to have this incorporated directly into AI Studio, it is completely new. This is a novel thing. This has only just come across, right? So for example, here, you can type in your prompt here. So you're going to go to aistudio.google.com. Then you're going to go to build on the left-hand side here. There is a chat feature here. It's not as good for building stuff, right? You can use Nano Banana in there, but again, not as good as going to build down here. And then you can type in this or use whatever prompt you want from the AI Money Lab. You know, you could also take, for example, these app ideas like so. You could copy them. Then you could go to ChatGPT, right? And you can say, okay, based on what you know about me, give me some app ideas like these that would be really good for me personally, right? And the only person in the world that's actually going to know that stuff is like your mum and ChatGPT, but your mum doesn't build apps probably, right? So your ChatGPT can, and that's what we're using to come up with these ideas. So for example, like an AI blog post generator, backlink visualizer, SERP meme generator, etc. Right? And it's really simple and easy to do. Now, once you've done that, you can go into AI Studio in the build section, hit enter like so, run the prompt, boom shakalaka, you're ready to go. Now, if we go back to that app that we actually built a second ago, whilst this is building out, we can wait for that in the background. Over here, we've got the new app that we're building. And what you can actually do is you can download that app, right? So some people were asking me the other day, like, how do you export this stuff? You can export it like so. And if you do that, like you see over here, you've actually got the app ready to go. So if we click on that, we've got all the files directly here. Now, I'm not 100% sure if this is going to work. One thing we could try is we can open that up. But the other thing we could do here is if we want to host it, you can just go to netlify.com. So you can go to netlify.com. You can add a new project, import an existing project, try Netlify drop, grab that folder like so, plug that bad boy into Netlify, right? So grab that, and then we're going to drag it over to Netlify like so. and that should upload. All right, so we can upload and host our files on a subdomain, like you can see right here. And it doesn't host it, it doesn't cost anything to host it on a subdomain. But then if you actually want to test out, try it, etc., then you would host that on a real domain later. The other thing you could do is like just tell AI Studio to put it into like a HTML format that you can host. If you need more help on that, just join the AI Profit Board and we'll help you out. So you can see here now what we're doing here is we are building out the app. So this is a meme app that we've plugged into Gemini to start building this out. That's creating the preview. Boom, it works straight away, right? Then from here, we can upload our cat photo. We can have the text, bottom left, etc., and the preview, right? So if we wanted, let's start off with a picture of a cat, right? So we're going to go into Google here, see what we got. Let's have a look at the images, see what we wanted to create. All right, so for example, like this, let's say we wanted to create that. So what we can do over here is go to Google Gemini. Then we're going to flick on tools and then we're going to create images. Again, this is free. I'm just going to show you how you could use this stuff. You don't have to create cat memes, but obviously you would make the world a better place if you did. And then from here, we can say, okay, cat with a birthday cake and one candle looking grumpy. All right. Now, if you actually want to see how like to use this stuff in a real life example, just join the AI Profit Board. Inside there, essentially, we have this community of 1,200 builders who are actually building stuff and creating stuff that's actually going to grow their business, right? Obviously, cat meme generators, not the best business use case, but if you want to learn how to use this stuff properly to really make money, scale your business, and save a lot of time, then join the AI Profit Board. Link in the comments description. So from here, we've got the grumpy cat. We're going to download that. All right, so we've downloaded that image. Then we're going to go over here and we'll just check if this works. It might not work, but let's test it out. So the image works straight away, which is great. Let's see if we can recreate this. So I just wanted to eat cake. Boom, there we go, right? So we've got the top text and then human lit it on fire. And we could delete that and make that nicer. And then boom, look at that. We've actually created a nicer meme than the original, to be honest, using AI. All right, so if we scroll down here, this is the original image. This one is better. It's way better. I'm creating better memes than most of the internet, let's be honest. And then you can download that meme. You can open it up and we have that file downloaded. And all of a sudden, mate, you just created yourself a free app using AI in the space of 1 minute that creates better memes than the original. That's what we're talking about. That is what we're talking about. So essentially, you can see the power of this and how easy it is to start building out this stuff. What we got here, Brooke, shout out from New Zealand. That's what we're talking about. Shout out to New Zealand. I don't know if you ever used to watch it, but Flight of the Conchords, great series from the New Zealand. I actually have a mate who lives on my floor at the place I stay, and he's from New Zealand as well. Great people, great people. Let me know where else we've got people streaming from. It'd be interesting to see who we've got worldwide. Let me know in the comments. So essentially, you can see how we can build out these cat meme generators or app editors. We can create image creators like we've just done here, or image editors like we did over here, right? And you can do this in like one single click. It doesn't cost you anything. You don't need to be able to code. Like, how crazy is that? It blows my mind. Now, also, you can edit these apps. So we could say, for example, add save image. And what you actually see here on the left-hand side inside the coding section is that it recommends different features that you can use directly for your app, right? So not only do you not have to code, not only do you get this for free, not only can it edit images and do it better than the originals, but also you can add new features and you don't even have to think about what features you need to add because it's going to come up with those directly inside the chat here. So for example, here we could add a reset button. We could plug that prompt in. It comes up with the prompt for us. We don't need to touch it. And then it's using Gemini 2.5 Pro to develop that app and add the new UI element that's going to include the reset button. Pretty amazing too. And you can also do this side by side. So you can code each of these side by side as you go along. That's really simple as well. You know, we could add a font size slider here as well, and then just code two things at the same time. So we've got the cat meme generator with a new font editing feature. And then also inside the AI Studio over here, we have the add-in functionality for the reset feature. Boom. All right. Now, if you like Nano Banana, you're going to like this next one as well. So we actually have an automation that creates like images and videos in one click too. So as an example of that, let me pull this up. You can actually get the JSON for free inside the AI Money Lab. So you can just grab the free JSON files here that you can import into NA10. But if you go over to NA10 over here, and then we're going to open up a new workflow. There we go. Let's go to my workflows over here. And once that is loaded, like you can see over here, we've got, for example, like a nano image generator. Or, for example, we have an ad generator using Nano as well. And you can download these for free inside the AI Money Lab. So, for example, here we can test this one out. Let's have a look at this. So this is an image to video generator. Let's take a look at this bad boy. So that's one example of what you could do. And then let's keep scrolling down here. This one is one of my favorites, actually. Let's go here. So with this one, what you can actually do is you can upload an image, and then what it's going to do is create a video ad based on that image, right? So you can see here, it takes a brand asset input, plugs it through Google Drive. You get 3 different agents to create it. It's going to create a video. Then it's going to pump out the video and download it over here. So if you want to see an example of that previously, right? So if you go to execution, so you can see previous examples here. And if we scroll down, let's see what we got. So for example, like this, we'll pull this up. And you can see this is a video generated from an image using this workflow as well. Nano Banana is actually free for the weekend. I know for some people the weekend is still ending right now when I'm doing this live stream at the time of this recording. So you can still jump on this, but you can see here, for example, we created this kind of advert style trailer using an AI avatar. So this is the AI avatar, and he's using the product over here, using this process via NA10. So what you do essentially is when you're running it, you're going to run it through here, plug it into the brand strategy agent. The creative director is going to edit it. The production specialist is going to edit it. And then it's going to run through this workflow like so, right? And then essentially what you end up with is an image like you can see over here.
I used to struggle with my skin.
And that includes audio and a voiceover as well. Pretty cool. Here's another one. Let's pull this one up. So here's a new example.
Sharing this has...
So this is another avatar video that we generated using this automation. And then if we play this, she's actually speaking right now. Obviously, I'm not going to play that on the live stream because the sound won't be good. But you can see here how you can create these sort of mini adverts using a combination of Nano Banana and then running it through this workflow to create a video as well. Again, if you want the free automation for this, it's inside the AI Profit Boardroom, along with all of these prompts. And this is all free stuff, right? The final thing that you could do as well is you can just generate images with one click inside NA10 too. Let me show you an example of that. So if we pull up, might be this one. Let's have a look. So if we go inside here and we'll say, okay, cat eating a banana. Basically, what this is going to do is use Google Gemini chat model, which is Nano Banana, and then generate an image and convert and download it over here, right? You can see how the AI agent is coming up with a prompt. That's going to run it through this workflow. We're going to download that over here, and then it's converting the file. And then if we go over here, we've got the image of the cat eating the banana, right? Really simple and easy to generate using this workflow. And you can download that as well and import it into NA10, like you can see down here. So it's pretty amazing what you could do with Gemini. I think, honestly, it's probably the best API in the world right now to code with, especially since Nano Banana just came out. Is what we're using pretty much for everything coding related, just because Gemini is just so consistent. And you can use all of these processes to build like your own coding agent using Google directly. And then you can see here as well, inside the chat, you can also generate images for free. So if you select Nano Banana inside aistudio.google.com, for example, say generate an image of a banana wearing a costume, and then over here, it generates the image like so. Really cool stuff. The other cool thing here is if we go over to back to the start here, you can actually see what other people are creating as well. So you've got a list of your apps that you've built. For example, the cat meme generator. These apps are saved, so we can always come back to them if we have recent changes that we want to make. We can go to showcase as well. If we click on the app generator too. Now, so also some people will use Firebase for this stuff too. But also you can share the app. So if you click on share over here, this will generate a URL that you can share with people. And if you hit publish like so, that's now shareable and published to everyone on the web. And so now if we click on this, you can see that we can share that app with other people. I will put it inside the video notes from today, inside the AI Money Lab. So if you want to get that, you can. So that's shareable and you can use it for free. And then also what we can do over here is if we close that, we can share the photo editor too. So I'm going to hit save. And you can see it's now got the reset button that we coded into the app, which is great. We're just going to hit publish on that. And then we can make that shareable too. So if you want a free image editing app, you've got it like there. And then also one of the things that I want to show you here is one thing that would be really useful for me that I use every single day pretty much, right, is I can say YouTube thumbnail generator. Landscape dimensions, no text, attention grabbing, clickbait style. All right, we'll enter like so. And again, we can just build out that app as well. And that's actually something that, you know, a lot of people watching will probably use every single day. So wait for that to load like so. So you can code it, you can see it coding out here. It's building out the different project files on the right-hand side with the chat on the left and the progress here. So it also runs through a checklist and it ticks everything up as it goes along. You can see how quick and fast it is. That's the other thing I like about Gemini is it's really, really quick and easy to use too. And then we should have the thumbnail generator like so, right? So if we enter the prompt for our thumbnail, I'm just going to say, okay, AI robot looking shot whilst typing on a laptop. I'll put rainbow colors, something like that. Just to see what it's capable of. Again, we've only built this in one click, but it's pretty cool. And there we go, right? That's our YouTube thumbnail ready to go. You could say, okay, make it sleek and photorealistic. There we go. So that's your thumbnail ready to go. You could as well put like, let's try this. Add text. Google Gemini is insane. I don't know if it's going to add the text because I put inside the instructions, don't do that. But let's see if it does it. There we go. Look at that. That's pretty cool. And then we can say, okay, we'll change it from photorealistic to neon futuristic style. The other thing I like about building with Nano Banana is that when you're using the API, it just feels like a lot more, it feels a lot more faster, right? Whereas if you're generating, even on the paid API, if you're generating images using ChatGPT, it can take like so long, sometimes like 2 minutes for one single image. Whereas in that space of time, you could build out an app and generate an image using Google AI Studio and the Gemini coder here. So there we go. We've got the image. I mean, that thumbnail will probably do quite well on YouTube, to be honest. It's really easy and simple to create. You know, if you had a team, well, you can now share this app with the team as well. So let me make that public. We'll copy that. We'll plug it into the image. We'll put the details here. Image creation app or YouTube thumbnail creation app. All right. And just to recap here, we've done a lot. So what I've shown you today is how to build apps for free inside Google Gemini, how to plug in any prompt you want and build whatever you want. We've also built a photo editor app, a cat meme generator app, an image editing app, and also a YouTube thumbnail creation app. We got Marinella from Italy. Ciao to you. And then inside here, you know, I've shown you how to download and host it. I've shown you how to, you can also deploy this as well. So you can deploy this directly inside here. Let's just test this out. So I think you would load that as a Google Cloud project, and then you can host it on Google Cloud if you want to. I've also shown you how to automate images using Nano Banana inside NA10. And I've given you 50 different prompts of different apps you can build using Gemini coder, along with the free templates and APIs, so that you can build your own apps directly inside NA10, you know, and create images or videos or ads directly using that process as well. Harshit says, hi, good to see you here. And yeah, there's also a video tutorial showing you step by step exactly how to set up. So that's all inside the AI Money Lab. If you want the video notes from today along with the links and everything else, then you go to the AI Money Lab, go to Classroom, and then go to New Automations, and then you'll see New Gemini Coder on the left-hand side down here. All right. And then you can see exactly everything you need to know. Now, inside this community as well, you can connect with like 24,500 people. We're constantly dropping new trainings, as you can see inside the community here, very active. And then also inside the classroom, you get access to all of these different trainings, like you can see, along with some of my best NA10 automations completely for free. Look at that, including the browser use agent, Google AI avatars, Loveborn NA10 automations, outbound calls agents, and 1,000 different NA10 templates so you can just use directly here, along with a podcast AI agent as well. So that's all for free inside the Money Lab, link in the comments description. And then if you want to connect with me personally, the only place I really connect with people personally is inside the AI Profit Boardroom. We also run 5 weekly live coaching calls per week, so you can jump on those calls, ask any questions you have, that sort of thing. Inside the community here, we're running giveaways. We have tons of different people posting and just helping each other and learning and growing from each other. You know, you can see, for example, I actually posted on here today, giving some ideas on this stuff. Yeah, loads of cool stuff in there. And then also inside the classroom here, if you don't know where to start, a lot of people are like, I'm a total beginner. I don't know where to start. maybe I need to be technical to join this. You don't need to be technical to join this. Like, it's built for anyone at any stage, right? So if you're a beginner, totally fine. You could just learn from the 6-week AI automation masterclass and learn all the fundamentals from scratch so that you have the right knowledge in place for building with AI however you want to. However, if you have something specific in mind, for example, like maybe you want to create videos like I do with AI, well, you can learn from the processes directly inside the AI Profit Boardroom social media video automation section over here, right? Additionally, we have inside the AI Profit Boardroom our foundations and getting started and that sort of thing. And then we have our best NA10 templates and workflows. And these are all categorized into different sections here. So you can see video-based templates, scraping, social media, audio-based templates, email, outbound and inbound emails, website templates, AI personal assistant templates, and just a random bunch of other stuff directly here as well. Additionally, what else we got? If you're an agency, I mean, for us, we have a lot of AI automation clients. So we basically teach the whole process inside this section here. So inside the agency course, step by step, you can see exactly how to get more clients. And then if we scroll down, we do have, let's have a look here. Inside the YouTube section, we have a whole section on like how to grow a YouTube channel, just like I have, using this YouTube course here. And it's like, okay, week 1, you do this, week 2, you do that, etc. Onworld says, I'm in. Shout out to you. Arshit says, I will learn. Good for you. Hope to see you inside the AI Profit Boardroom. And just to recap, yeah, here's everything you get. So hope to see you in there. And if you're just like, Julian, I don't want to do any of this stuff, but I do want to jump on a call with you or your team to figure out, okay, how can we implement this business? Maybe you want to become a client of ours, right? Well, you can book in a free AI automation session on this call. Step by step, we're going to analyze where you spend your time, right? Where do you spend your time right now so that we can figure out, okay, what's the one biggest constraint that if you solved right now would 5 or 10x your business and save you a lot of time? So that's step number 1. Step number 2 is we figure out, okay, what is the best automation to build right now for your business that's going to save you hundreds of hours? So that's step number 2, right? And we do this all with you. And then the final step is, you know, if you hire us to do this, then on that call, we're going to go off and implement this for you. Now, typically per automation is about $1,500 or $2,000 per automation. But if you just like a busy entrepreneur, you don't have time to implement this stuff yourself, but you know you need it, then book in a call here and we can just jump on that call with you and show you exactly what you'll need to automate and how much it's going to cost. All right. So appreciate you watching. And again, if you want the free stuff, join the AI Money Lab, completely free. Doesn't cost a penny. And I will see you on the next one. Cheers for watching. Bye-bye.